Hey guys, Jaythestingray here. I want to do a quick review for Child's Play. We just watched it this afternoon. I saw it with my kids. Thankfully, they actually wanted to see this rather than Toy Story 4. They're a big fan of Chucky, and yeah, so we checked it out, and they liked it a lot. I've got a lot of problems with the film, but I'm going to drop a spoiler alert tag in just a little bit. I really don't like to do extremely negative reviews of films, but this may wind up being one of those. I really am having trouble coming up with positive things to say about it. As you guys know, that's a 2019 remake of the original film, directed by this fella, Lars Klevberg, who I've never heard of before, but obviously based on the Don Mancini script. I enjoyed the performance of one of the guys in it. He played Detective Mike. That's probably the only positive thing I can say in the film. I wasn't that put off by Aubrey Plaza as I thought I was going to be, because I'm actually a fan of hers, but she's got one of those faces that you just can't put her in that story. I thought the character of Andy was way too old. He was like 13. I thought he was way too old to be playing the character of Andy. I thought it worked a lot better in the original film with a younger kid. And the script is just a mess. But you guys know this is about a doll that becomes sentient and starts essentially killing people, and just causing all kinds of crazy stuff. But what the film does, which I guess this is kind of it's an interesting thing. I like the fact that they tried to change the story. It didn't go with the original thing. If you're going to remake it, try to make it a little bit different. It just didn't work in this situation, in my opinion. They're aiming at like Google Home, and there's like all kinds of products and shit like that. There's all kinds of like kids' toys that connect to the cloud and stuff that people are hacking into, and like pedophiles are like talking to their kids through their toys and shit these days. But yeah, everything connects to the cloud now, so they're trying to play on that, which is kind of interesting idea. I don't know, this type of doll could exist maybe in the next 50 years or something. It's extremely smart for one thing, and it's very mobile, moves around a lot and stuff. But anyway, I'll go ahead and drop a spoiler tag here. If you haven't seen the film and want to, which I wouldn't waste your time really, but wait for VOD or something if you're that interested. But it's Chucky. First of all, looks really stupid. He looks way worse than he does on that poster for the film, which I think is okay. I haven't even seen. I may have seen a teaser trailer for this, so I was really kind of blown away at how stupid he looked. And he's 100% CGI, I think. I could be wrong about that, but he's CGI for quite a bit of the film, and it's very noticeable. And Mark Hamill is doing the voice, which I was totally cool with that. I love Mark Hamill's voice work, but I didn't get a lot of that. I was expecting some of that like maniac Joker shit, and it's maybe just a touch at the end, but I was expecting more of that. The equivalent of the Brad Dourif, what really gives the Chucky character his oomph. I was expecting more of that from Mark Hamill, but they kind of downplayed it a little bit. And he's got this really dumb song he sings all the time. I forget what it even is. It's not even like it's like, you're my friend, we're friends, and it's not even from the original movie. It's a different song. Oh man, it's the oh fuck. The script is a gigantic problem. I'll get to that in a minute. The Chucky design, it goes to what was it, Vietnam, some Asian country where the dolls were being manufactured. This is the Buddy One, and the guy finally, he's like, you suck, you're fired. You finish this last doll and you're fired. And I don't think assembly lines work like that. like one guy is gonna build one doll completely top to bottom, and he like hooks it up. He's got his computer there, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna turn the violence filter off. I'm gonna turn the language filter off. Like, why would that even have that? Like, why would you even have something on a child's toy that it even could have the potential for having, foul language or being violent, for God's sakes? So that's just stupid. So he does all that. He turns all this shit off. It was a few other things in there that are just, make no fucking sense even existing. And like he could just do it that easily. Like, boop, 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 But yeah, he does that, and then I think he kills himself. He jumps off of the building. So I don't know if that had anything to do with anything really, other than that he was not happy with how things were going. But anyway, Andy gets his doll because his mom works. His mom works in a store which I guess is supposed to be like Walmart, but it's extremely small. It's like the size of my office. the store, and it never shows very much of it at a time, even at the end when that's where the whole shit's going down. It never shows very much at a time. It's like little set pieces throughout this, what I guess you're supposed to assume is a giant store. But anyway, dude returns a doll, or a lady returns a doll, and she convinces her boss to let her keep it, which that was stupid comedy there as well. So Aubrey Plaza brings it home to her 13-year-old child, who only cares about his cell phone. He's like, "This is stupid, Mom," and whatever. He starts playing with it, and he really likes it, and I don't know, man. It jumps around so much. Like, it takes it a little while for Chucky to actually start doing shit. Like he kills the mom's boyfriend, Aubrey Plaza's boyfriend in the film, and that's coming because he's an asshole and he deserves it or whatever. But then he fucking puts the face. Okay, I got another thing I got to talk about. He puts the face on a fucking watermelon and like presents it to Andy like a toy. Like, Andy wakes up the next morning and the face is on the fucking watermelon. And then like he's like, I gotta. He calls his friends that he just recently made, and they're like, "No, you can't call the cops. They're gonna think it was you that did it." Fuck it, man. You got a face on your fucking room, and then they decide to wrap it with wrapping paper, right? And then bring it. They're gonna throw it away, but the mom catches him, and he makes up a story like, "I'm giving it to the lady down the hall for helping me with my homework." Like, what the fuck, man? That's so stupid. It's like somebody wrote this while they were taking a shit or something. Like, okay, yeah, he gives it homework, got it. So stupid. And that just is a whole other plot line that you've got to like worry about him getting that face out. And then he convinces the lady to wait a week until his birthday to open the present he just gave her. Makes no sense. And her son, this lady's son, is the detective, so he's up in the mix the whole time too. He's the only thing I liked about the film. I thought he did a good job. And comes back at the end. But yeah, when Chucky kills the boyfriend of the mom, he goes back to his house. Turns out the guy's married. Shocker. And I don't know where the fuck they're supposed to be. Like some big city, Chicago, New York, or something. I guess Chicago, because isn't that where the original film was? But there's fucking watermelons growing out, and he's taking down Christmas lights. Am I supposed to believe, like, this is, like, soon after Christmas, and there's watermelons growing in fucking Chicago? I don't think that happens like that, buddy. I mean, there's watermelons all over this yard. There's corn growing in the yard. What the fuck was the set designer thinking with all that? Like, I can't even, watermelons. Anyway, the gore is the one thing I thought that could have saved this film. I just realized I'm almost at 10 minutes already. I didn't mean to go this long. The gore is the one thing that could have saved this film, and it is not good. There's no really good kills in the film at all. There's one that, like, this Bobby Moynihan freakazoid is living down in the fucking basement, like, with cameras on everybody's, watching everybody take a shower and shit. And he falls down on top of a bandsaw or a table saw, whatever you call that thing, and gets chopped up. And it doesn't even show that. It cuts to like a leg falling off, which that was the one chance it could have fucking saved itself, but was the gore. Most of the gore scenes in the film are non-existent because they're cutaway kills, and that's like some shit you pull in a PG-13 movie to avoid an R rating. This is an R-rating film, an R-rated film that, I mean, it's all like CGI shit. So they just decided not to do it. I mean, it's just terrible, man. Like, that was the one thing I was looking forward to was the kills, because I thought that could actually be something interesting. Not good. Not good. None of the kills were good. At the end, he gets a drone and like puts some razor blades on the propellers, I think. Which I thought, this is gonna be cool. He's gonna be fucking slicing some necks and shit. There's not even any cool shit with that. It's so stupid. It should be like chopping fingers off left and right. That would have been cool. But I did enjoy it. I was highly disappointed. It's one of the only films I've seen in the theater this year so far that's not like a cartoon or some shit. But anyway, guys, sorry for rambling on. Sorry for being so negative. If you like the film, so be it. I'm sorry. Trash me in the comments, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Peace.